always tough, but, got to make sure you try to take care of yourself and recover and get back. So.
And I ask this a lot to players when they're sitting out, but what was it like for you just kind of seeing things from a different perspective, being away from the court and just seeing, what your team did?
First of all, it was hard, but the second part of it, it was a fun game to watch. The defense was incredible. We forced a ton of deflections and steals, got out in transition and scored. It's what we're capable of doing. And maybe we don't score 45 points in transition, but we can definitely be better than probably the last 5 games previous to the last Dallas game. So a lot of positives to take out of that game, and it was good to win on our home floor.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about creating easy points a lot early in the season. Just how encouraging, as you kind of hit on there, was it to see the overall defensive activity and getting out and running?
It was extremely encouraging. Having Dyson and Herb mixing up our defensive coverages on Dallas, something that we'll need to continue to monitor and do throughout the course of the season. But it was good to see us move the ball, 30-plus assists again. So really solid night, solid performance on all of our guys' part. And now we just want to continue to grow that momentum while we're at home.
What can you take from that performance offensively and continue to build with that going forward?
Well, what we take from it is that our defense triggered it, and we have to continue to try to make sure we're a solid defensive team, and it allows us to get out in the open floor. It allows us to play against a defense that's not set. And, when they're scoring, sometimes that can be difficult, but solid performance all around.
It feels like Dyson is kind of taking his game to the next level the past few games. What have you kind of seen from him, just his growth?
No, you're right. Dyson is getting better and better. You all can see the step that he's taken from last year to this season. And his defense has always been good. He's gotten even better. He's rebounding the ball. And then I think offensively he's finding his identity. He knows that he can attack the basket and he can go up and finish. And he's making open shots, which helps.
How good was it to have Herb Jones back in the lineup?
Excellent to have Herb back. It was fun to see him on the floor.
Speaking of defensive coverages, what sort of went into the decision to put Herb on Lively to kind of start the game and switch up some of their pick and roll attack?
Well, we had talked about it even the first Dallas game. We didn't get to it, didn't implement it, but it was good to do it the second game because the first game they had us in rotations, bringing Jonas in every pick and roll. We're up. They're firing the ball to the corners, to the slots for threes. This kept us out of rotations, and it made them have to play more of a one-on-one game, and those threes were different rhythm threes than they normally get.
What's it like having 2 guys of caliber of Dyson and Herb at the point of attack, so you may switch one off, but you get the other?
It was great. It kind of went into our game plan, and we executed it well, and like I said, we'll continue to grow our momentum from here.
And we see B.I. and Zeke getting some extra work in together. It's just what's kind of the idea behind that?
Well, we haven't had our guys on the floor together for a long period of time. We had, was it 8 games last season that they played together, and the previous seasons he was out. So it's a work in progress. It's something that we got to continue to work on, and at the end of games, we got to be able to get to action, get to spots, and be able to execute down the stretch.
You got anything on Jose?
Nothing right now. I mean, he practiced today, contact practice, but we're still monitoring him.
How about Larry?
Larry went through practice, but non-contact.
Is there any sort of timetable for CJ? Is it still indefinite?
Not yet. No timetable for CJ at this moment.